Good evening, everybody. Welcome. What is up? Happy Wednesday. What's good, Dark Rift? What's good, Space Hoppercopter? Good lurkers in chat, VOD viewers, and everybody else. Hope you guys are doing well. I am doing increasingly worse as we are approaching the continuation of The World Is Not Enough on Game Boy Color. I have not been greatly looking forward to streaming today, as we left the game on a fairly sour note on Monday. The silver lining, or a more positive outlook, I guess, is that we stand a better chance of making additional progress. And we should, with a little bit of luck, at least be able to finish that godforsaken stealth level on tonight's stream. And once we do, I don't want to take too much for granted, but if we compare the current game to the one we played previously, the N64 one, I guess more specifically, which appears to be the one that the Game Boy game is sort of modeled after in terms of the levels and whatnot, we kind of had a similar experience where we once we got to that stealth level, it was stressful and not fun and pretty bad. But after that, there were I guess we had the airfield level, which is two of them are kind of combined into one in the Game Boy game. But anyway, that also had somewhat of a stealth aspect to it, and it was bad. But everything after that was pretty straightforward. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and predict that the mansion stealth level will be the most annoying, terrible level in the game. That would be reasonably consistent with not just the N64 game, but even the PS1 game. So maybe I'm just doing what I can to cope, but I think if we can push on and just get through this, the rest of it should hopefully not be that bad. Took a couple of attempts to get through the first stage because we were still getting our bearings, and then stage 2 we cleared first try. It's like, oh yeah, nice, smooth progress. This game should be quick. And then we spent an additional hour and a half on the third level, which we have yet to complete. The best we made, the best progress we made was 1 out of 4 objectives, but we were making constant progress, just very slowly. So we'll keep doing that tonight, and at this rate, I guess if we finish that one level on tonight's stream, we'll have to deem it a success. A slight word of warning. I am expecting another package delivery. It's amazing how they managed to time it to always seemingly coincide with when I'm streaming, but here we are. Apparently my delivery arrives in 15 minutes, it says, so I presumably will get a phone call shortly. Possibly someone will ring the doorbell if they manage to get through the front door. Pavork, haunted by Surugaya packages forever. Well, these are not Surugaya packages. Those do not get delivered to my door. Although technically I guess they could, but I usually don't like having stuff delivered to my door because it's so unpredictable, and most services will only deliver during the daytime, but they won't really tell you when, so it's just like you just have to deal with the stress of getting a phone call at any time of day and them asking like, well, I'm at the door, you home, buddy? And it's like, no, I'm at work. And so I just tend to have everything delivered to a what do you call it, like an agent for collection. These are Amazon packages where you don't even get any kind of options. It's just very opaque and weird, and you get a text message from a delivery service you've never heard of. It's like, yep, we'll be there between 5 and 10 p.m. At this point, I have heard of this service because I keep getting packages from them, from Amazon specifically. Never seen or heard of them outside of that context, though. But yeah, so we are likely to be interrupted shortly by a brief bout of package delivery. But at least, if this is to be trusted, which it usually is, we'll get it out of the way shortly, and we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the stream, so we can get into full Bond gaming and focus on that. What's up, itinerant soldier? Yeah, package delivery is just, I mean, it's like a shitty situation all around, right? Because you know you can't be mad at the poor people who are like tasked with delivering these packages, because I have to imagine they've got it a lot worse than me. No one who's doing that for a living needs to do anything deliberate to make their own or someone else's day a more miserable experience, I have to imagine. So they're probably, you know, pressured into meeting quotas and getting shit done, knowing that they have to be the face of, you know, the company they represent, and have to face the brunt of all the like upset customers whenever something goes wrong and whatever it is. Yeah, like I don't have bad experiences with any delivery company. I don't have experience with like packages being lost, stuff being you know, broken or missing or stuff like that. The only thing is, I've had a few experiences with packages being left unattended in a way, like when I have not been expecting it, or when I had been told that that would not happen. It's like, you know, sometimes, you know, some services, they'll call you on the phone, like the drivers, like starting their route, they're just kind of checking ahead of time if you're going to be home, or if they're going to, like, sometimes I've had people call me and ask if I'm home, and I'll be able to directly over the phone ask them to like just drop it off at my office instead, and it's like no big deal, stuff like that. But I remember one time there was like a delivery, and they called, it wasn't like they were calling when they were out delivering, they were calling like a day in advance to like book a delivery basically. And I explained to them like, yeah, no, I work, so like after 6 I should be home, so that's fine. And they're like, okay, cool, we'll you know, then we'll come after 6. And then like the day of, I get home from work at like 5:30, and there's a package like just sitting outside my door. It's like, well, thanks, that's not what I asked for. So like, it's sometimes stuff like that can happen. But no, I don't have bad experiences per se with like poor service for the most part. But the thing that the reason I still get worked up about it is that a lot of the time when you order stuff internationally, especially, it's like it can be completely unknown what courier, like what service is going to actually be delivering the package. And a lot of them have like different processes and things work differently. And if you don't know ahead of time, like it can be like, sometimes, for example, like I may want to order something delivered to my home address, or to my work address, or to a pickup spot or whatever, depending on which service it'll be shipped with. But then I don't know which service it'll be, so it's like, it's a crapshoot. That's up, John Matrix 78. Greetings. And the other thing is like when just updates are not sent out properly, and like you don't know, like sometimes you just get a notification when something is ready for pickup, or you get a notification that they're like at your front door. Like a lot of the time it's just a little bit stressful not knowing, basically just having to be on your guard to sort of tackle the situation as it comes up. Like that's the part that, like, that's the reason I get sort of stressed out about it. And like I've had stuff, I won't say that I've never ever had a package get lost, but I had like for the most part, when there's been stuff that's been like objectionable, It's more like stuff has been left unattended in a way I didn't ask for, and it's like it could have very easily gotten stolen, or things like that. Like when you had packages sit in the like in the stairwell outside my apartment door, and there's like something about the package that like it'll say, like, I don't have one, but I know, for example, like I've heard stories of people who ordered Steam Decks, and there's a box that says like Steam Deck on it, and it's like in someone's stairwell. Like it seems like it'd be pretty easy to for someone to look at that and say, hey, that looks like something that someone might want to steal. So shit like that, it can be a little stressful. I haven't lost packages, but I have had fucking 12 bikes stolen, so I guess I'm a little bit sensitive to that kind of thing, even though the potential of theft is like enough to stress me out a little bit. Yeah, Bork, I guess that's pretty much it, right? Like when the packaging just like has, like when you get stuff, I was actually very surprised. I got a package recently that it was shipped from Amazon, but it came in the manufacturer's original shipping box. It didn't come in an Amazon box, which is like maybe the first time I've seen that from Amazon. So that really surprised me. Luckily, it was the kind of thing that I would not have wanted to have sitting in my outside my apartment door, but I mean, that's the thing, right? Because I do live in an apartment building. If something is left outside my door, it's not literally left on the street, but I do live on the ground floor, and even though the front door is like locked, if someone wanted to get in, it's like not, you can social engineer your way through my front door pretty easily, I'd imagine. And if someone was like passing through, depending on whether a certain door is kind of propped open or not, like sometimes a package being left outside of my apartment door could potentially be visible from the outside, or at least like it's not like you'd have to go up 4 flights of stairs. So like I'm always a little bit peeved when I come home and there's a box sitting there. It's like, oh, it's like, for me, the inconvenience of having to physically collect something myself, it's usually worth it because I know that it's gonna be less like stressful. What's up, Guy Grimm? Fortunate enough to usually be able to have everything shipped to your workplace. Yeah, I used to do that with some stuff. I have done it in the past, but I think I've noticed more frequently when I've done that, I just end up having to collect it from a store near work anyway. And if I have to go collect it, then I might as well do that at like where I live, so I don't have to go collect it and then carry the stuff home from work. Like that kind of defeats the purpose. But I used to get some stuff from like Amazon Japan, and like I don't know, like I said, it's a little bit of a mystery. You don't know exactly how things work, but I've had stuff delivered like at certain points it would reasonably consistent that if I had it shipped to my work address, it would be delivered to the reception, like to the office, so I just get it. But yeah, like the thing is, like if you through Amazon, for example, like if you give a certain address, if you give your home address, or in this case the office, like you won't really know if you're gonna have it delivered there, or if they're gonna attempt to like deliver to the door, or if they're just gonna straight up deliver it to, you know, somewhere for you to pick it up. But if I can make the order such that I specifically choose to have it at a pickup location, then at least I know that that's where it ends up. And sometimes when I order stuff from Swedish Amazon, as is the case for the package that's showing up now any minute, it'll say, like if I try to choose my, like the supermarket, which is where I would normally pick the stuff up, it'll just say, it just straight up won't let you. It's like, nope, that address is not valid. But that's because like, all right, okay, so this is going to be delivered with this service where they do these, like they leave it in the evening, they deliver to the door. But it's weird that it like it doesn't, like once you've placed the order and everything is confirmed, like at least with the Swedish Amazon stuff, like it'll actually say, I think, what service is delivering it, but you won't be able to, like, it doesn't show you that on the, like, when you're making the order, when you're like choosing the shipping stuff. It's really weird. It's a whole mess. But I mean, a silly thing to complain about too much, but it's a little bit annoying to have to deal with. And if I had the choice, if I had control over it, I'd rather not have to deal with it in the midst of streaming. Yeah, stealing like mail and packages and stuff. Like I said, it's not something I've been the victim of, thankfully, that I'm aware of. But it's like I said, I've been the victim of other kinds of theft, and it's, you wanna believe in people, you want to think the best of them, but sometimes the world insists on proving you wrong. It's just a bit of a bummer. But anyway, that's all just to say that in a matter of minutes, we are going to be interrupted by a highly insignificant package delivery. And it's annoying too, because it's like, it's not important. I could go collect this whenever, but because they're coming here, well, whatever. So there's not a real point in trying to get anything started before that happens, but whatever. In any case, if you're bored with package delivery chat, I kind of hope, because I would imagine that the rest of what we're going to be doing tonight is going to be more interesting. Then again, judging from Monday's stream, that might not be the case. We will be continuing The World Is Not Enough for the Game Boy Color, a game that seems fascinatingly bad in several ways. Also bad in ways that are not interesting, but just annoying. But I will look forward to seeing more of the game and get a more complete picture of what it's like. And being able to compare it to the film, to the other game adaptations, and the other Bond games we're coming into. I think I mentioned this last time too, but it's fun how it's proving one kind of hypothesis wrong for me already, which is that once we reach a certain point in time, all games moving forward are going to have like a baseline of adequacy and competence, and they might not be interesting, but they're all just going to be kind of okay. But the fact that we're playing a game that is now fairly terrible, and in some ways probably among the absolute bottom of the barrel of all the Bond games we've played, at least based on like reasonable expectations, there's something enjoyable to me about the fact that that's still possible, that we can still get stuff like that. And the fact that we won't be able to predict everything. We won't know exactly what to expect. So there might still be surprises in stores, positive or negative, for games coming up. Well, it looks like the package is about to arrive here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on a super short break. I'll get that taken care of. And when I come back, we'll get ready for some Bond action. See you guys in, hopefully, a very brief moment.
Oh boy. Oh, that was an ordeal and a half. But it's fine. I got my package. Got a phone call. I was like, all right, so they're calling when they're here. So I pick it up. It's like, yep, it's me. I'm here. I'm ready to go. Like, complete silence on the phone. So I'm like, all right, okay. You probably heard me, so it's probably just standing outside. I go to the front door. Nothing. 30 seconds later, my phone rings again. I pick it up, and there's an actual response this time. And he's basically like, well, where do you live? I'm like, you got my address, dude. it's this number. And it's like, yeah, but where's that? I'm like, you're... How do you even answer that? How do you give directions to someone when you have no idea where they are? It's not really, I don't know. Maybe it depends on where you live, but in my case, it's not really an easy place. Like, I live in a residential area, there's a bunch of buildings, they all kind of look the same. I can't really give directions based on anything. So I just I had to wait for like 5 minutes and hope for the best. And eventually he found his way, I guess, and showed up. So I got my package, but stuff like this is exactly why I would prefer not to have this happen midstream. But here we are. I got my package delivered. We're safe and sound, and we're ready to move on. The World Is Not Enough on the Game Boy Color. Ready to bond. That is accurate. What's up, LCC? I'm not purposefully stalling, but I am kind of just stealing myself for what's to come. What's up, Mr. Red? Not calling from inside the package? Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it was... You know, I didn't even want to talk about it. It's fine. I got my package. It's cool. The guy was friendly and everything. No big deal, but it's a stressful situation. See, if I could have just had it delivered to my grocery store and I could just pick it up at my own leisure, we wouldn't even have been in this situation. But alas. I don't even know what else I have to say about this game that will not be, you know, said better by the game itself. So why don't we just boot it up and enjoy? All right. Of course, the game starts off with an unskippable wall of legalese. Classic quality way to start your portable game. Get ready for amazing audio also, by the way. Eventually, when the game gets started. I didn't mute it or anything, did I? No. What's up, Twitch login? This animation is sick, and that's like, I hope you enjoy this. Guess it's the last cool thing you'll see in this game. That's not true. Visually, the game's actually pretty alright. I mean, not always. Denise Richards seen better days. The music is a little bit of an assault on the senses. And there's also all kinds of highly questionable design choices in this game. But we'll let those speak for themselves. What's up, Sword Fam? So we have to press start and see. Is there anything here nothing we need to change really? And we have to enter a password. This game has a password system. I did look up some passwords here, and I did find on the game FAQs page for this game that there are in fact cheat codes. And that's great because that'll be yet another venue that we can turn to for support and help in making sure that we see the entirety of the game even if we find ourselves unable to complete it through legitimate means. I'm certainly not at the point of having given up, even on this atrocious stealth level. But it's nice to know that we don't have to abort or skip things altogether. There is in fact a cheat code, supposedly, for making you invisible to enemies, which would be quite useful in a stage like this where it's an instant fail if an enemy sees you. But I still want to see if we can actually do it properly. So it's just nice to have that little insurance waiting for us. How would I rate this? I don't really rate games on a 1 to 10 scale or anything. Even if I did, I wouldn't want to make a premature assessment. We will, of course, be scientifically evaluating every game by the time we're done with this project, likely more than a year from now. We are getting close to the halfway mark, but still a lot of games to go. Some, well, I was gonna say some longer games, but frankly a lot of shorter games probably, because there's a bunch of mobile games and stuff. So we'll see. Maybe we can finish Games Bond in 2024. Remains to be seen. In any case, at the finale of the whole shebang, we're definitely doing some ranking and rating and assessing. But we have also, when we did the 1-year anniversary special, we did do a little tier list ranking of the games we'd played so far. And I haven't thought too hard about it, and I haven't counted how many games we've completed since. But I had a thought that instead of waiting until we're done with everything, maybe once we complete like every 10 games or something, maybe we'll check back in on the tier list and add the games we've played. I don't know. Those ideas are still a work in progress. This is part of the gameplay experience, so why don't we start the timer and we'll figure out the passwords here. So the password for stage 3, which I believe is the stage we were at, is camera, triangles, encircle, 2 circles, and watch. So, looks like a camera. Triangles, encircle. I guess that's this one, the beach ball. The closest I can... It's one that best matches the description of triangles, encircle. 2 circles and watch. Okay, I know what this is, the watch. 2 circles. Do they mean the sunglasses? Or the reticle? None of these icons are of 2 circles. James Bond's trademark spy glasses, I think, are the closest thing I can find. Let's try that, I guess. Approved? Is this the right mission? This is not the right mission. Wait, if this is stage 3, what was stage 2? Oh, right, stage 2 was... Wait, hang on. Yeah, stage 2 was the MI6. Wow, we just back out here. Sick. Okay, great. That means we're on stage 4. I thought we were on stage 3. Excellent. We just made progress. We just cleared a whole stage. Because yeah, stage 1 is the bank. Stage 2 is the MI6 HQ. Stage 3 is the streets of London / subway station. And 4 then must be the stealth mansion. Alright, suitcase. Aim. That's the reticle. Suitcase, aim, rectangle, chip. They mean the film strip? It must mean the film strip. Quite the puzzle game here of figuring out the password descriptions, but we got it. We need to find the traitor inside King Industries. Electra's head of security, a man named Davidov, has been having secret meetings with an unknown person who we think may be Renard. See what you can find out. Leave Electra's house without detection. This is the one we actually eventually managed to complete. Track Davidov without detection. Eliminate Davidov and assume his identity. Get to airfield undetected and get into plane. John Cleese is telling us we got a silencer for our P2K, which is not true, because we don't have a gun nor a silencer. Well, maybe we have the silencer. This game does not have an item or gadget inventory, so you don't know. You can't. There's no way of knowing what gadgets you have or what keys you have. So maybe we're walking around with a silencer in our pocket, but it's not until after we get out of the building that we can find an actual pistol, at which point it will be silenced. Yeah, the night vision goggles don't come into play yet, unless we're using them the whole time, who knows. Yeah, so we're gonna need the gun to shoot Davidov, but I reckon we probably can't shoot the guards, because they're supposedly, like, innocent bystanders to this whole ordeal. I hope you like the music, by the way. So, this whole section we eventually figured out yesterday how to get through, so let's see if we remember it. Yep. I touched the laser there. We get treated to this amazing MS Paint caricature sketch of a man, presumably Bond. I'd kind of forgotten about that. Yeah, but get ready for that, by the way, because Bond's frontal laser hurt box is kind of gigantic. Very easy to overshoot your step and walk into the laser in front of you. And you have to do this. You have to go through these laser traps like fucking 12 times before you're done. So when we figured out the whole mansion section, like once we had that figured out, we cleared it a few times to start exploring the outdoors area to figure out what's next. And when we had like done the whole, like by the time I'd learned the entire mansion section, like completing it normally takes 4.5 minutes. The white key card. That's pretty long for like a stealth section where failing once is an instant like death. And yeah, once you get to the second part, there's no checkpoint, so you just keep going, not knowing what to do at the end, right? Yeah. And yeah, basically it's fully trial and error. Guy's a little bit blind there, so that's fine. Camera? Yep. So you end up spending like, you spend like 5 minutes getting to the point where you eventually can like make progress. But if you go the wrong way, you just like, you fail and focus there, yeah. So you spend like 5 minutes to make like 2 seconds of potential progress. And then you just do that over and over. Yeah, there's something about the way he swings his arms that, like, yes, there's a camera there that's disabled now. The hallway's just wide enough to avoid that guy's field of view. Yeah, and then there's that camera. So you can't get down here without having pressed that switch to disable the camera. This gives us the blue key card, so now we can return back to the beginning. I have to inch forward like that to see where the camera's at. Guy can be on the right. Okay. Safe. As you can imagine, it took a bit of trial and error to understand the ranges and like vision cones and what have you for the enemies and cameras. Because what I'm doing here, like, probably visually doesn't make a lot of sense. You just have to learn that that's how it works. What's up, the opponent? Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, a slightly better game than this. So the blue key card lets us get in here, and this disables another camera. But yeah, learning how to complete this section that we're doing now took like an hour and a half. We're not quite done yet, but almost. You have to like really stand further back than it intuitively feels sensible to. Alright, so we have to be careful. There's a guard here who won't be able to see us if we hug the wall. The camera at the bottom can catch us, as can that guy. There we go. So that took 4 minutes, 20 seconds. So now we cleared one objective. We got out of the house. Oh yeah, get ready. We're gonna have to probably do that like 12 times. Well, they wouldn't have needed to learn from Metal Gear... I was gonna say Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear 2. As well, I mean, they could have played Metal Gear Solid or Metal Gear Solid 2. Or they could have used their brains and realized that it's not fun to instantly fail and have to redo a whole level. Like, checkpoints existed in video games by 2001. Alright. So I don't know if I explored this way. Yeah, okay, there's nothing there. So eventually we'll find our way into this kind of hedge maze. So I can probably go to the left because I know we can get our gun. Inside this little shack, you can get pistol ammo, I think. But there's a guard in there who's going to be a little tricky to avoid. But this is, I think, where we get the gun. Guns are, like, pretty useless, by the way, because shooting it takes, like, 2 full seconds. We have 10 bullets, which is hopefully enough to kill Davidov. Enemies normally take, like, 4 bullets or 4 punches. So... But I guess we can probably punch Davidov also. I guess that'll be fine. We can't enter the hedge maze here. There's eventually going to be dudes walking around. I remember I was I got caught in some kind of patrol, like pattern of patrolling guards. A movement on the left. Looks like a fairly linear... This is leading back? Yeah, it does. Okay. Okay, so the beginning should be right here. Okay, yeah. Alright, let's explore this path. The enemy's, like, view distance is short enough. Health? What good's health supposed to be? How can you even take damage on this level? That is perplexing. Can I go down to the right? So far, I've yet to encounter anything that would harm us without just failing the level instantly. Nope, okay. This is great. We've already kind of clearing more ground than I was expecting. But yeah, so like I said, you can, like, if you're careful, an enemy can pop on screen and you'll be able to sort of avoid them before they can see you. The enemies kind of field of view is actually a little interesting, because they don't have... At first it seemed like maybe it's full-on Metal Gear 1 rules with like an perfectly straight line of sight, where if you're aligned on the same tile they see you, but if you're offset by even one tile they won't. Because it seemed like if I'm standing a little bit further away, they have a wider range. Like there's an actual vision cone. You noticed in the first section I was walking past the dudes in the hallways and I was very close to them, but that's like, I don't know, it seemed in those instances like the way the width of the hallway makes it possible to just barely escape capture regardless of distance. I don't know. I mean, I didn't spend a ton of time in sort of investigating how that worked. Yeah, but see there? And I don't think... Yeah, let's try to go bottom left here. So he stopped and instantly turned around. But no easy way for me to know that. All right, let's do the first 4.5 minutes again. And it's very easy to get impatient with these fucking laser beams. Can you imagine, like... They could have just not had these here. And this would still be tedious. Like, so much of this is spent just standing around waiting. And they deliberately made it so that you have to literally go all across the map, back and forth. And there's no checkpoint. There's like... That's the thing about this game. You don't even have to be analytically minded or up your own ass or anything about like game design, like you might argue that I am, to look at this game and come up with like your own thesis for the 45 ways you could improve this game. A lot of that is like pretty self-evident, and that's kind of what's impressive about this game. It's so brazenly bad in these like obvious ways. For instance, the fact that when you press the shoot gun button, you have to wait for Bond to like laboriously draw his gun, fire one round that, by the way, it travels very slowly through the air, and then he holsters his gun before you can shoot again. It just boggles the mind that that's how the guns work. But it's like borderline impossible to achieve anything with the gun. And then this part that is just so tedious and terrible. But again, like the laser beam stuff, like why does it have to be 6 laser beams? Like even just having the one beam you dodge and walk past, kind of like you get the idea. Yeah, the lack of checkpoint is truly the mark of insanity. But again, the fact that, you know, this is a Game Boy game. I mean, sure, you've got more than 4 minutes of battery on your Game Boy Color, but like, it's pretty typical for portable games to be a little more generous with, like, a little more respectful of your time. To not have these like long... Guy's gonna show up here. You know, being able to get into the game quickly and get into the action and play. Like, it's a pretty bad omen when you boot this game up and it's got this, like, lengthy section of unskippable legal text. because it kind of immediately sets the tone and establishes that these guys who made this game have not applied common sense. I feel like that's the thing. Like, this game has just a brazen disregard for common sense. Then on top of that, it's got like bad music and, you know, all these other more kind of surface level. Okay, hopefully he doesn't turn around. I forget this guy's pattern, but okay. One objective complete. 419. Wow, we fucking speed ran that one. Okay, but I still kind of want to continue. I want to say that we saw a guy out here somewhere last time. Yeah. Bottom below the fountain pool thing. So let's make sure to get the gun, because we're going to need it. I guess I don't know if we're going to need it. My hypothesis, based on the way the objectives are described, this is a section where we have to be stealthy. We cannot get spotted in Electra's house. Track Davidov without detection probably means do the exact same thing, basically. Clear this area where you're not allowed to be seen. Then we probably have a third area where we get to fight him, or we have to kill him, or whatever, and we don't have necessarily the stealth, because again, nothing about the way the game works gives me the impression that it would be capable of the sophistication required to have a like stealth section that somehow still allows us to use a gun without being like instantly alerted. Like, I reckon if we shoot someone in the back with our silenced gun, they're gonna discover us and raise the alarm. Either way, there's still like map to explore, so we don't have to worry about how this is gonna work until we find Davidov. But I reckon, based on what we've seen from previous levels, that probably he's on his own kind of area. And then there's, I guess, a fourth area where we also have to use stealth and find an airplane. Yeah, there's no gun or ammo in the inside the mansion. Yeah, I mean, we can shoot.
The bond license is not enough.
Thank you very much for those bits, Mr. Radon. You are quite correct. Bond license is not enough to save this game. Yeah, I don't expect that I will be firing the gun and the gun itself will instantly trigger capture. It's silenced, so that probably won't happen. But what I think will happen is that if a guard gets hit, they will probably turn to your direction. And this is something we could experiment with, but like I'd kind of rather not, because I don't want to start over. But then one of the first things I tried in the first section was like punching a guard. Like, can we take out guards? And as soon as you punch a guard, you get captured. But it could be, as I speculated last time also, it could be that whenever you attack an enemy, they're automatically kind of turned towards you. And if he's looking right at you from right in front of you, of course he's going to see you and you're going to get caught. With a gun, hypothetically, you could be shooting from such a distance that even if they were to look directly at you, they wouldn't see you because you're too far away. In which case, maybe. But we're also kind of instructed by John Cleese to not shoot people. So I can't imagine that we're meant to, like, neutralize these guards. Like, the game doesn't say, but I think the manual said that, like, hey, these are innocent people, like, you know, Chief of Security's got some shady shit going down, but that doesn't necessarily implicate these guys. Okay, so he's gonna walk down and then he's gonna, like, turn around. Yeah, he just did. Yeah, see, like, the instant turnaround is fucked. But once he goes up there, that leaves me enough time to walk past him at least. Yeah, I think I came from below the other time. Okay, so they don't look left to right. So I won't be able to walk past him. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. Maybe we have to... At this point, if I have to walk past more guards, I feel like it's not unlikely that I'll find myself in another sticky situation and I'll just get captured. That's kind of what happened on Monday, because I wanted to test my theory of whether I can shoot a guard, but shooting is so fucking slow that by the I got halfway through drawing my gun before I was seen, so we never got to see what actually happens. But I can confirm here right now that I can stand in a spot where I can be lined up right in front of a guy and he doesn't see me. So I can try shooting him, and if he sees me, if I get caught, that means effectively that I can't shoot, probably, because at the very least it means that getting shot makes him more observant and increases his vision range. And if it's not practically feasible to shoot a guard, then we can basically deduce that we're not supposed to do that. Now, it could be, like, I think if we look at the paths that are on the left that we saw from that little corner on the bottom left there, I think that's where I could go before. I could be wrong. There could be another path around that goes below the whole area that we're in here, but it would seem to me just intuitively, based on the geography alone, that the path to the right here, where the guard is the only way I can go that isn't just backtracking. Now, I'm not convinced that that's the case, because I'm still not convinced that shooting guards is something we're actually meant to do. And if we're not meant to shoot guards, then we're not meant to get past this guard. And if we're not meant to get past this guard, then surely this can't be our only path forward. So basically, we're down to two options. One, attempt to shoot this guard and see what happens. Two, attempt to backtrack and see if we can find another safe way to approach or progress. But both of these options run the risk of us just fucking up and getting caught. In which case, we've made a tiny bit of progress, but we still have significant unanswered questions. If I shoot the dude and get caught, that at least helps us answer questions. And I don't expect to finish this level on this attempt, right? So this attempt, as will several subsequent attempts, will basically be primarily to gather data. But trying to shoot this guard, I think, will be gathering important data. Never getting big boss grade. Well, this is basically the first time we're using guns, because the guns are so dog shit that for the most other levels, we're just using punches. But also, I've been detected and restarted the mission like 65 times, so... Of course, live splits crashed, by the way. That always happens. So, let's... restart that. The gun has a silencer, but we've been strictly encouraged to not shoot guards. But we are getting the gun because we're supposed to assassinate a specific person. I don't know where we're at time-wise, but let's just say something like that. But we can certainly attempt to shoot a dude and see what happens. In fact, why don't we just confirm that? Live split freeze is related to USB controllers. I mean, that makes sense, because there's no reason you'd want to use live split while doing something that requires a controller. Good feature. Let's take a quick detour. Night vision glasses. Are these something we're gonna pick up? I don't know. The gadget stuff is mysterious. Yeah, so it says here, you suspect Electra's head of security, Davidoff, may be Renard's inside man. You must gather enough evidence to incriminate him. Which, that's not an objective. Use caution, though. You must avoid detection and be careful not to harm any of Electra's employees. They are innocent, after all. So, I was about to say that the manual here makes it very clear that we must not harm enemies. But it also does say that we must gather evidence to incriminate Davidoff. We've already received the pretty straightforward objective of killing him. So I feel like we're kind of past the evidence gathering phase. Which, of course, could in turn mean that this sentence here about the guards, like about not harming guards, is could be dog shit, bullshit, whatever. It's just shit, I guess. So I reckon we are not meant to shoot this guy, or we might be in trouble if we do. But I don't feel super confident about my ability to sneak back here. But, well, we can do this. We know that we're safe here. He's not going to see us. As long as we don't go further down. So we can try to parse the pattern of the guy above us. So he goes up and down and left. So if I go up here, where does that leave us? Oh shit, he goes up. Fuck. He almost tricked me. But surely if he comes down now, he's gonna go left. Is this gonna lead us back to the beginning? Looks like it. Yes, okay. We're back at the beginning. But that means we're safe, basically. That means that that's a path we can take there. I mean, you can learn the patterns of the enemies, and they're pretty blind. So we got very confident about moving around in the mansion. Just knowing which are the guards you actually have to sneak past and what their patterns are like. And, like, you're pretty good to go. So there's nothing to say we can't learn that for this section also. So if we can go like down around the whole thing, let's try to like, because this is the leftmost wall of the map. Let's try to go bottom left. Well, okay, I guess we did. Is this the path we took before? I'm not sure. I think so. Yeah, because I think that's the part we saw. Like that's where we were, rather. Yeah. Okay. So maybe my initial theory wasn't so off the mark. And there's the guy that goes up left. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we've explored everything. What if... Fuck, it's so narrow. I don't think I can stand next to him in this narrow walkway. So, like, what if I can punch him? Okay, but as far as I can tell, I'm feeling more confident that we actually have explored everything. Forget how far left he goes. Okay, I'm gonna try the gun. I don't see what else there is to try at this point. Well, punching, but... We didn't fail. Did he run away or did he die? I was afraid about the distance. Maybe... No. Okay, I was gonna say... Maybe they die on one hit in this stage, but I guess not. Okay, interesting. Is there no stun gun? I think that was a taser that we could collect right there. I don't see how we could have gotten past that guy without shooting him, though, so... I think that basically, I think the manual is just lying to us when it says we have to not kill guys. There's no objective to not kill dudes in the game. But at this point, I'm way too scared to try punching guards to see if that would work. And... I mean, him getting shot didn't seem to affect his pattern. He didn't seem to mind being shot. They're sure not killing is indoors only. It could be that the rules are a bit different. It could be that it's not about punches being instant detection. It's just that attacking enemies is instant detection in the first section, but you don't have a gun, so... But basically, I'm very hesitant to try to experiment when I'm on the cusp of progress. When I'm on the cusp of new discoveries, I want to prioritize discovering over experimenting. So, if I'm like shooting the guy, I'm glad that I was able to fully explore the map more before I resorted to trying to shoot him. So we know that that works now, but it'll take 4 bullets to shoot that guy to death. 4 punches would kill him also, but punching him once could fail me the mission. And you can most certainly be discovered by guards inside those little huts. It's the same thing. Which is very funny. If you imagine one guard catching Bond at like point blank range, Bond just like, ah, you got me. Like him not even attempting to fight back is a very funny thought. But in any case, if there's like an exit to this section here, which there probably like there can't be much more of the map left to find. So I reckon to our right, there's probably like we're probably getting close to the bottom right corner of this map, which should probably have the exit to the next section. And if we know that we can get past this section, we should be fine. I don't see. I mean, I'd like to have that taser to see what it works like, but trying to get it without getting caught is going to be such a risk that I don't want to try doing that without having explored and learned more about how to fight guards on this level in a slightly more... when I have less to lose, let's say. So let's keep sneaking forward here. So he goes up. And then looks right. Then he goes down and looks right. Then he goes up to the top. And immediately turns around. So we can go to the bottom. We can go after him and immediately go to the bottom. Fucking enemy patterns are so trolly. Oh my Jesus Christ! Fucking hell. Holy shit, can you imagine if that would have killed me? Jesus, this game. These are the fucking tentacles, the sewer tentacles on the pier all over again. Ah. Game is crazy. This game is cursed. Holy shit. Alright, good thing I'd worked up a little confidence to just keep walking there. Well, here's the... Wait, isn't this a... I was gonna say, doesn't this lead us back? Where the heck can we even go? This doesn't have ammo. Yeah, that was health. We can access that from the very beginning of this section. And no, I have not seen anything on this level that can harm us without instantly failing the mission. So I'm quite confused. Let me consult the manual real quick. Taser. The taser is a low-powered electric cable weapon. When it hits a person, the taser's current interferes with the body's own natural electrical field. The target is immobilized by no permanent damage. If you have no weapon selected, you can punch your enemy by pressing the A button. That's wrong, by the way. You punch with the B button, but thank you, manual. So, it does appear. Oh boy, okay, I see. Very slow, very short range, but presumably can take out enemies. I'm just laughing because I'm just realizing I'm making wild assumptions. I was about to say, presumably can take out the enemy in less than 4 hits, but why would it? It takes 4 punches or 4 gunshots to take down an enemy. Why wouldn't it take 4 tasings? So I might just die walking into this pit. Can I walk past it? Nope. It wasn't a death pit. Did I advance? I was so scared. Okay, let's try the taser. I missed. He might turn around, so I'm gonna do this to reset the cycle. I spawn like a full meter away from the door, and I have to walk down to like align myself better. Sick. Okay. So I think this is like, it's backtracking us, sort of. This is the same hut we were at before that sort of final section. Yeah. The fuck is this level? Now I'm scared to death that these brown shapes are gonna be like death pits. Wait, or maybe... Oh, is this where we were? Maybe not. He's just resting. It's fine. Yeah. Trying to tase this guy seems like a... like an issue, but what the heck? You only conclude that the owner of this property secures it with psychological warfare. Yeah, like we're trapped. This is like the 3rd time I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure we've explored everything. Oh. Yeah, because this is right here. What the heck? We see that there are paths further to the right, but how could I access those? This is... This level is evolving in directions I was not expecting. So I want to say this guy never actually looks left or right. Oh, well, oh, alright, he's the one who walks left. Alright, he doesn't... Okay, never mind. Not accurate. But he doesn't look to the right except for when he's walked left, because he's gonna go up now. Comes back down. I should be able to tase him. He reacts instantly, like at the beginning of the tasing animation at least. This is the part that leads me back to the fountain. Okay, so where's this if I go up left? And we're just back here. We can just take out everyone and... be able to approach this guy from the side. Now I'm gonna not remember. Try to press the A button in case there's a hidden switch or something. But guards may still be around. I'm gonna assume at least that I take them out permanently, because on the other levels, when we go between floors and stuff, like enemies don't respawn. There is still a guy here somewhere around the fountain, yeah. Should be able to walk up to him. Because he walks to the left and then he looks up. Okay. The patterns are a little bit more complex. They have like 2 loops that are slightly different. Because I came up from here. Oh, is that a death pit? No. No? Okay. Well, I guess the death pit also didn't kill us, so I guess it's not much of a death pit. Yeah, because that's... Maybe one of these guys are Davidoff and we just have to kill everyone until we find him? Except what if we accidentally non-lethal take down him? And activate the pitchfork. Clear out the hedges or anything, no? What is this level? Maybe... I don't fucking know. Hacking vertically is like a little scary. Like 3 full seconds of trying to use... I didn't realize that he was holding it out way to his side. Alright, let's redo this part. But now I'm like more perplexed than ever. Because what can I even do now? Like, where could I possibly go that I didn't already? It's so tedious. I'm baffled. I feel like there's just gotta be something I missed in the layout that's... But I don't understand where it could be. Or how. Like, it's surprisingly sort of generous with tying the areas together and like letting us take different routes to get to where we want to go. They have the weird pit that respawned me in the little shack. It's... Oh. So puzzling. I'm legitimately at a loss for words. Yeah, the music, like the atmosphere is not exactly amazing. I'm mostly kind of tuning it out at this point, I think, but you know, we could have had good music. Like, if we had a checkpoint after the mansion, it would have been no problem whatsoever. Oh, that was 1 pixel too far to the right. And I'm only going to exactly where I need to go now because I know the layout here. But there's a bunch of like empty rooms that you can wander off to. You see all these little bathrooms and stuff. There's like way more stuff in this map than what you actually need to explore. So just like learning that, like exploring everything and figuring out where you want to go and where you need to go. And I mean, it kind of looks like the outdoors area is the same, right? Because
things sort of tied together such that as long as you find the shortest path to where you need to go, it should be fine. Of course, the enemy guard patrols and like the layout might overcomplicate that a little bit, to where taking the long path around actually helps you get around certain guards and stuff, but still, it's... I mean, it's pretty bad. There's really no way around that. Like, the fact that you have to be... Like, you can walk straight into the camera here. I did that on at least 1 or 2 occasions. You kind of forget that it's... Like, the first time I walked down there, I just walked forward. And I didn't get... Like, the camera wasn't there, so it was fine. So I didn't even really realize that the camera could be there. So then when it was, it caught me off guard. Oh, but this is legitimately the worst part of the whole level. Having to walk... Specifically walking to the left, get through the lasers, because the pattern's like a little bit different. And you can kind of get tricked here. If I go forward now, I'm going to get caught. Yeah, and also just learning specifically which one single camera it is that's disabled. Make this work. Okay, like I had to do some theory crafting to figure out what was going to be the path to take here, and it turned out that my theory was actually mostly correct. But once we got this far, it didn't take that much additional trial and error. Like the final part here was the most straightforward, kind of, in terms of figuring it out. But it's not the most straightforward in terms of actually executing. Close. Perfect. Oh, and this takes so long. By the time you get outdoors, I feel like I'm gonna have forgotten half of it anyway. Okay, that's new. I guess he looks down if he stands at that particular corner. I didn't realize, because he's mostly been so far off screen that I can't really tell which direction he's facing. Yeah, we were about 30 seconds away from completing it, and now we have to redo it. This is a loathsome level. And I'm like, I'm upset because progress is just barely stable enough to make me not want to just say fuck it. But actually, I don't know, it's such a slippery slope. What I was gonna say is actually, I might want to do the like invisible to enemies cheat, not to cheat through the stage to clear it, but to just explore and like study and collect data, so we know what we're like, just trying to see where we're supposed to go and what have you. But I feel like once I do that, then you know, I'm sort of blissfully ignorant in a way, where even doing that to see what we're up against could reveal the truth. Be something so horrible that we're just gonna lose all interest in playing altogether. And if that's the case, like, I would kind of rather keep pushing sort of normally or legitimately until I reach a point where it's already like, fuck it, we'll just... We've already, like, decided to cheat, then at that point, like, there's no prestige and it doesn't really matter. But I'll definitely want to do... Like, using the invisible cheat is definitely how I will want to go through this.
so we can at least see and understand the full breadth, width, and depth of the depravity of these designers, what they came up with. Camera. Okay, nice. Whoa, that was close. I was gonna say, there's a guy on the left there, but he's not usually much of a threat. Yeah, the fucking instant fail. That was really fucking close. And no checkpoints is just kind of ludicrous. So, guy stands there. Then he looks down for a bit. Fuck, did I so reliably dodge him before? Okay, make sure to walk past him when he's walking sideways. Okay, that's fine. That's all we need to do. Cheat ruins the aha moment of solving it. I mean, yeah, that's absolutely true. I don't mean to question that. I'm just not sure if that's exactly how I would describe the experience of playing this game. It's more, to me, I guess in this case, not about the joy of discovery. I'm not feeling that all that much playing this. Slightly more just knowing that I could do it. I'm robbing myself of the satisfaction of beating this, like defeating this bullshit. Guy might be on his way to the left. Here. But cycles didn't really align the same way. Oh, okay. So, first order of business is getting the gun. I'll pop in here real quick. Okay, yeah, there's gun ammo there, that's right. There's a guard below the fountain, but up here should be safe. Where I get the gun. So pickups, I'm pretty sure don't like respawn or anything, but let's just double check. I don't know if punching is gonna work, but I feel like I don't necessarily need it. Kind of want to get the taser and start clearing out enemies. That last guy that we tried to tase and we failed. We should be able to shoot him if that's an option without too much trouble. If I like just want to get rid of enemies, I mean. Of course, I don't really remember the enemy patterns here. Guy's gonna come up from the bottom here. Yeah, yeah, right, he instant turns around, yeah. And take this path. Here's the guy who walks in like the L shape. Who should be visible from here, I think. Oh, just barely not. Focus. That's the fastest you can shoot, by the way. Want to point that out. There's a second taser here, but we have to like get past the guard to get it. So that's not gonna work. Oh, we can actually shoot this dude. If I'm gonna shoot him, I might as well do it now. Blow this up or something. So there's the cracked floor. What if they respawn? What if it respawns me in the previous room I was in or something? Walk in here so we've done that to be safe. Crap, okay. Now at least I recognize what those tiles look like. Before you fall down, so that's good. I'm just like anxious that there's something we can like interact with somewhere, like some hidden switch or some shit. I haven't been up there to the right. Sure. We ended up in a different shack. We teleported to a different shack. To the one at the beginning with the gun ammo. What the actual heck? Okay, new surprises. New surprises. So that gave us 15 ammo. There's nothing over here that we can... Maybe we just keep dropping into that hole and we'll emerge in different spots until we emerge on the other side of this hedge. This is the health, I think. Yes. Yeah, so through the right there. We haven't been there. So the exit isn't on the bottom right as I theorized. It's on the top right? Okay. So, pretty much retrace our steps. The way we kind of know how should be the safest. Yeah, yeah, okay, I don't know how those paths... I need to clear out more of these guards before I'd be comfortable exploring more here. Probably be safe here. Top guy's not gonna see. That was a little scary. Question is, can I safely take that guy out? I don't think I really can. Okay, nice. I didn't think he would go that far down. That's excellent. So there's the fountain guy left. I think that's pretty much it. So this should lead to the fountain. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so this is like to the right of the fountain, and the other path is just to the left of the fountain. Okay. I think we're just gonna go drop back into the pit and see where we end up. We didn't take out the guy inside there, but this is nothing. Nothing on the other side there. We can't tase the edge. Because there's like this fucking warp sound when you step into this pit, by the way. Listen to the sound effect. Does it take me to the gun shed every time? No, this is the ammo shed. Or, no. This is the gun shed. I dropped into the ammo shed previously. So this coast should be clear. But I'm like terrified that I'm gonna bump into a guard that I forgot about. So it does seem like we are ending up in different sheds every time. So maybe we'll end up in the taser shed next time. If we do, we should be ready, because there's going to be an enemy in there. Nope. Is it random, or is it based on what shed we were most recently inside? We didn't take out the fountain guard, by the way, so he's still down there. No, wait. I got it mixed up. That was the, that was the ammo shed, not the gun shed. So we've not come out of the same shed twice in a row. What's up, Hoffman? Is this the Bond movie with the most games? There's 3 games. So I don't think... I mean, it depends a little bit on how you count. GoldenEye sort of has at least 3, but I think more, because GoldenEye had... Well, it depends a little how you count. There's obviously GoldenEye on the N64. There's the GoldenEye, like, remake on... I think the Wii version came first, and then there was, like, a PS3 360 version of that, which, I mean, your mileage may vary for counting it as separate games, but we're going to play both of them as separate entries on the list, because they came out a year apart and have some differences. I mean, if you really want to stretch it, you could count GoldenEye Rogue Agent. But there's also, I think, a DS version of the GoldenEye remake. And that's definitely a different game. So probably... But, well, actually, Quantum of Solace is probably the correct answer. Because Quantum of Solace is on PS3... PS2, DS, and mobile. And those are 4 completely different games that all came out alongside the movie. A View to a Kill had 2 different games, and there's stuff like 007 Legends, which features scenes and stuff from multiple films. If you like want to count that. Now we came out of this. The I don't want to risk it. I think he came to the right, and then I don't think he was looking down. We took him out last time though, so we could take the guy out. What if we're meant to take out every guard? What if that's how you beat this section? I think he's gonna walk left and then look up. I did it when he was like on the midway point last time. Yeah, he walks there and looks up. He's gonna look right. He's gonna turn left, and then he's gonna walk all the way over to the left. I can't easily tell if he's looking up or down when he's on the far left, so I'm a little hesitant to try to attack him. But that works. Ah, there's one guy left, because we didn't actually take the guy out who's in the taser shed. Let's do that. This is us working on objective 2 out of 4, by the way. There used to be a guy here on previous attempts. Did he just use himself? What? Okay. I'm confused. I'm impressed with this game's ability to continue to confuse me. Let's walk into a pit. See, like, I wonder if hitting different spots of the pit takes us to different places or something. Alright, let's see where we ended up. Unless we can... Man, can we, like, interact with something here? Pretty sure we can't get back into the house, right? Yeah, and this took us to this shed. There's no way to get past this pit to enter it from the other side, but this path also doesn't lead anywhere. Okay, now we keep spawning in this one. There's no, like... Fuck! What is this level? Nope, this is locked. Like, did something open up here or something? The hell's purgatory? Yeah. I guess so. I guess so. Thing that led to health. Trying to figure out if we can find more mysterious death pits. Like, even the fact that there is health is so stupid. Like, how could I possibly have taken damage? I mean, I don't know if this part on the right here leads somewhere, but we haven't been there. Didn't quite walk here before. I was sort of avoided this part with this guard. Like, systematically just comb over every tiny speck of this map. What about that little post? Seems mysterious. I was shocked. I thought I was like walking out of bounds, but okay, hang on. Can't interact with this, but are there other places where the bushes are like fucked up corners? Okay, let's Is this what a... Yeah, I guess, see, I guess there's no like barrier here, sort of. You can see that this like bright edge. Yeah, look here, there's no bright edge on this side. Okay, that didn't mean anything, I guess. Maybe there aren't bright edges on the right-hand sides. Yeah, I guess there aren't. Okay. Was that why that corner looked that way? Or was this... Is it just like a coincidence? Yeah, so... Oh, fucking hell. Are there any other concave corners? Okay, no, I guess that's just what they look like. I already kind of pushed up against here and pressed the A button to see, like, is there something in it, but there didn't seem to be. I mean, yeah, we're just gonna hug the walls and press the action button and see. We can comb through this mysterious jungle. Alright, at this point, like, I'll try that for a little bit. Like, maybe someplace here where it sort of seemed like maybe there could be something. Yeah. But I'm actually tempted to look at a guide. I'm just, like, fascinated. Yeah, like, this seemed like it was, like, something, right? Like, it's so... Like, there's that thing in the subway level where we have to, like, blow up a pillar to get past. Seems like it could be something we're supposed to blow up this hedge, but we can punch it. I don't want to waste precious gun ammo, especially feeling fairly confident that it won't do anything. Might as well do that. See where we end up. Oh, right here. Anyone in chat got any suggestions? I mean, I feel somewhat fulfilled that we've explored and checked out so much of this area, and
kind of by process of elimination. What's that? Oh, that's the health. Never mind. I've gotten further than you ever did. All right. Oh, money penny. Oh, I wish. Maybe I tasered someone I was supposed to kill. Maybe I accidentally non-lethally took down Navidov and now we can't assume his identity. Alright, I'm gonna pause. I have game FAQs open here to look up the passwords. Let's see if there's a walkthrough. Guide and walkthrough. Okay, from 2004. Let's see what it says. Mission 4. See if we can find that. Wait, what? There we go. Mission 4, Baku, Azerbaijan. Let's just read out loud. So, it's the first mission out of Europe. The hardest thing about this mission is that you have to be undetected throughout it. In other words, you shouldn't let the guards see you, or else it's mission over. Now, okay, so I'll skim through this section about the house because I don't think it's gonna actually, like, we've gotten past it, and I don't imagine that there's gonna be something like important we've missed, but let's just double check. Camera, push the button. There's... So, okay, no, that's pretty much what we did. So, you've done the first objective and 3 left. Don't forget that you still shouldn't be detected. You'll find a health kit exactly in front of the door you've come out from. Again, how could that even be a thing? I'm so confused. Go back to the door, then go all the way left, passing by a room, let's call it room A, and reach another room. Enter it and take a silent gun. Okay, so room A is the ammo hut. And then he says, get the silent gun. Alright. Now go back to room A if you need to refill your gun. And stay undetected there. Grab the ammo and get out without detection. I'd prefer to kill the guard before going out, not to be detected. Alright, okay. Once you're out, it's time to wander around a maze. Go down and you will see a fountain. Go down from right. Watch out for a guard. Follow the path and kill a guard at the end without detection. Go down, then right. You'll find a room. Enter it and take the weapon. Stupid one. Use it if you're low on ammo. Dude, the taser's fucking way better than the gun. In order to use that weapon, you should first equip it, of course, then go close to your enemy and press the B button. Sorta risky, but it's your only hope in case you don't have ammo anymore. ... Okay. Let's get moving. Head right carefully and shoot the guard 4 times from a distance. The path is now all clear, and so it's safe to get moving. Go right and follow the path below. By the way, the following stupid thing took me months to know. You should shoot that wall, which is made of bushes. 3 shots are enough. Okay, so literally the one thing we didn't do that I said was like stupid. Surely that's not it. Yeah, okay, we just gotta fire our gun at this one specific hedge. In a hedge maze. I feel absolutely no guilt for looking that up in a guide, because if I had done that and we figured it out, I would have been fucking pissed. Now I can laugh at it, but there's no way I would have tried that not, like, in jest. Like, it's conspicuous, but you wouldn't think, like, oh, let me shoot my gun at it. I will say, to its credit, it at least reacts to single, like, as soon as you shoot it once, it reacts. But why would you even do that? We don't know what's up ahead, of course, so... Yeah, of course we're gonna fully explore the full map. So we're gonna go all the way up to the top right again. Yep, there's still guards. There's another fucking death pit down there. Is he just gonna stay there? I don't know that I trust that, but...
Death pit. I think this is probably the part that we saw before.
I can think of nothing better.
Would punching the wall have worked? No, we tried. So I guess you could softlock yourself by not having the ammo. How fucking big is this map? More fucking huts. Yeah, of course. Game has 0 issues for sure. Oh, hard. Oh, he did look right. I was worried that he might. Okay, let's wait for him to come down and see if he does something different. Nope, okay. But yeah, this is the part we saw from... Yeah, there's the health over there. At some point, you have to wonder why anyone would want a front yard this large. It would take some maintenance, wouldn't it? But we're pretty much at the top of the map, I think, now. Which means this is likely the exit up here somewhere. Well, not before more fucking guards or some shit. Yeah, there's the top. Every time I fucking make a joke, the game has to have the last laugh. Is he just permanently like that? It kind of looks like it, but it's so scary. But if standing still for this long, fuck it. Another empty shack. Oh! Okay. 23 minutes. Okay. Well, 23 minutes or like an hour and a half again. Like the difficulty spike of this level compared to the ones before is like pretty staggering. I'm feeling increasingly confident this is going to be the worst level of the game. But who knows? After that fucking mystery fantasy bush, I'm not... I'm not ready for what this game's going to throw at us. Okay, so... we haven't successfully tracked Davidov yet. So I'm not sure how that's going to, like, complete. But we're just gonna continue to sneak carefully, and I guess equip the gun, maybe? I don't know. Wait, is that him? Oh my god! What the fuck? Is this like an actual... I lost him. Alright, okay. So that's okay. So tracking is actually a thing we're doing. I wasn't expecting that. That's like sort of cool, except I just want this level to be over. It's so long. It's absurd how long this level is. Like, even if I do the outdoor section like really quickly, it's still gonna be like 8 minutes or something before we're there again. Like, this section taking 4 minutes is already... like, that would be... That could have been a stage. Like, 4 minutes is fine, you know? But yeah, the thing is about the hedge maze is we're gonna need 3 bullets for the bush. And there's at least one enemy that we're gonna need to kill. So we kind of want to get that ammo that we can get. I'm just like stunned that this far into the level it keeps throwing like new objectives at us that are like gonna be pretty impossible to just sort of intuit. We have to have that happen and be like, okay, I guess we're supposed to follow him. But then he like the way he was like fucking running at full speed. I don't know how close I can get to him or how I should approach like trying to, you know, what's the word? Follow him, you know? Oh, I accidentally paused. This mission, man. Like, out of everything that feels like it's conceivably doable, like, we've done things, we've played games for this project that have been, like, pretty broken, or literally broken in some cases, or where it's like, well, it doesn't even feel like you know, let's not say that it's not doable, but that I don't feel like I could do it. You know, stuff that would take an highly advanced being like a fucking Bilbo or a Macaw 45 or something to actually perform. That's one thing. But this feels like I could do it. It's just the shit that it's making me do to prove that is, I think, again, out of everything that could be done by me conceivably, this is probably the worst we've done throughout all of GameSpawn. I at least cannot really think of, like, the only thing I could think of that would be more, am I where I'm supposed to be? Am I completely sleepwalking? No, that's correct. Okay. I wasn't sure if I would, like, I'm getting tripped up doing this over and over. Like, A View to a Kill on Commodore 64 was completely broken. In that, like, I used to walk through from the one guy who, like, disassembled the game 27 years after release in order to figure out whether it was completable, and used his guide and made it to the end of the stage, and hitting the exit trigger made the stage restart in a way 100% indistinguishable from when you die. Like, alright, that I would not have figured out what you're supposed to do, much less actually completed it. You know, there was shit like that. Some of the Amiga games that were a little bit unreasonable in what they were asking of you. But this is just stupid. And the thing is, like, we're going through all this shit just to kind of get to a point where we can try this other thing again. I almost fucked up there. Alright, remember this guy up top. We have to cross past him when he's walking sideways. It's safe. Not looking down. Like, the thing is, like, I'm so terrified of what the Davidov tracking sequence, like, how long is it gonna be? Like, is he gonna keep looping around and, like, tricking you and turning around? Like, I have to assume that if he sees us, it's a fail. So you have to, like, just barely keep him on the edge of your screen, like we're doing with this guy right now. And be ready for him to, like, start fucking dashing at full speed in any direction. Need to wait for the guy on the right. Objective complete. Go get the gun. So let's see how smoothly. So this is like what, 4:30 something. Wow. Okay, that was actually pretty fast. How many bullets do we get from the start for this? 10. Okay. So the guide had this other, like, shorter path to get there. There are, like, fewer guards, I think, if we take that path, but I'm gonna stick with the route I know, because trying to read the description and parse, like, what they mean and how I'm supposed to, like, it's just gonna be harder. I can't expend valuable brain power on such a thing at this point. I guess I could probably walk down past where he came, but... So this, I should be safe here. Because this guy up top isn't going to see me. The guy on the right... He's going to come quite close enough. See me? Yeah, I think he goes up. Yeah, I got a little spooked there. Okay, and then there's this guy. I guess I could shoot him from there, but it's a bit risky because he might walk out of the trajectory of the bullets. I don't know what, like, how far the bullets travel. They do seem to go slightly off screen. So again, I can actually kill this guy here. Bullets catching up. Bullets traveling slightly faster than the guy walks. Yeah, dude, if there were checkpoints... This mission would be still stupid, but at least not, like, fully infuriating. Like, I don't know if this guy's ever going to turn around, but I don't want to have him turn around and discover me while I'm fumbling with my taser. So now... That was actually the objective, really, to get more bullets. Okay, so I think I'm gonna be a little daring here. Try to take this path. I don't remember exactly where this is gonna leave us. I think there's a dude here. Okay, I got confused over what dude. I ended up taking a needlessly long route here, but Amber looks left. Let's pray. Okay. Basically what I wanted to do is to, like, figure out there was like a faster way to do this that didn't involve going, oh, it's this guy, okay. Doing this all over again. But whatever. But I could do this faster next time. It's fucking stupid. Oh, right. I forgot there's like a whole section still left. I kept thinking that this is like the end of it, but it's not. Shit, there's like so much left. These guys are mostly just standing there. But I don't know where this... Yeah. I don't want to go into those pits not knowing where we end up. Good. Sec. Wahaha. Okay. Right, but he doesn't think this guy never looks left. Fuck! He's... Oh my god! I was standing too far to the right. So he saw me while he was facing down. Ah, damn. Ugh. Well, we've almost cleared like half the level. It's only taken us about 3 hours so far. 3.5. Dude, if there was a checkpoint, this would be... Again, it would still be bad. But it wouldn't make failing so infuriating. But at least I know exactly what I fucked up. Let me try something. Okay. It is a slippery slope, but I do kind of want to try the cheat code just to see how it works. So it says, pause game and press up, right, left. Okay, that didn't help. It says, pause game and press up, right, left, then enter the following code. And the codes are all like password stuff, so that makes like no sense. What if I go here? Ah, okay. Access. So here's the cheat code screen. Invisible to enemies. Goggles. Grenade. Pistol. Rifle. Approved. Okay. Fuck. I wonder if, like, is this just gonna be... Are we gonna be stuck in this mode forever now? I wouldn't want that either. Okay, so... The invincible? No, okay. I can take him out. Oh, this also works. Okay. Actually, I can just walk out the door then, can't I? Oh, there's a camera there, normally. Okay. You know what? I'm actually, at this point, I'm fine doing this for research, basically. Because that's going to let us get to that section. We can actually even just see, like, as far as the patterns of the enemies. I probably should collect the gun, shouldn't I? I don't know that we're going to need it, per se, but I might as well. I still want to not have cheated through this level, but at this point, I'm feeling this instant feeling of relief and just relaxation. But I do kind of want to explore. I guess it's 4 gunshots and 5 punches. See, the punch aiming is so awkward and difficult. I mean, not that taking them out serves any purpose here. But I wonder if entering the code again
would... Wait, what the... I shot it from too close, so it didn't count. Cool. Yeah, even just, like, practicing this section, I guess. Just the feeling of being able to walk forward with confidence is... Feels pretty good, yeah. Yeah, so that's what I did last time. I stood up in that corner. Okay, that's good to know. You can do that. There's like one other back-turned dude, I want to say. Yeah. An empty shack. Try to go left, but whatever. Yeah, so now he starts running. But it doesn't seem like he ever turns around. So I don't know if he can discover me, of course, but... But I don't really have to be too concerned about... like being too close. Well, I don't know about that. But he's also not taking the same path as last time. Getting darker. Because he went up, like at the beginning. Oh, he did turn around. Fuck me. Okay, he would have... that would have failed the mission, I'm pretty sure. That's fucking horseshit. Okay, so I guess stand around a corner. You can. Or like hide behind stuff. If he's running, you're... I'm about to lose him. Yep. Dude, the gradual like darkness is a really cool effect. Oh boy. I lost him. That's pretty fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. Let's see what the guide has to say about this part. At this point, like, I would like to complete this game, but how many additional curveballs is this level gonna throw at us? Because, like, what if we make it to this part again, and because his path is random, at some, like, every third attempt, we just get caught because he looks directly at us with no warning. And then he, like, runs away like that. I'd have to imagine that we were close to finishing it, but, dude, that section is not brief. Like, that's a pretty lengthy section. Like, for the fact that, like, at any moment the game is like, oh no, redo the last, you know, 10 minutes. All right, so let's see what it says. Yeah, so just following the description of getting through the garden section. Then it says, the next bit can be very hard, so listen up. Yep, that's, I mean, I'm sure it can. You've got to follow that stupid Davidov without being detected, by him, of course. The follow is too long and can be tricky. Just follow my walkthrough to be safe, smiley face. Like, when this guide casually describes the thing that had previously taken us hours and a little bit of cheating to get past, describes the next part as, like, the hard part. Then, yeah, that's... Well, let's see what it says. Okay, let's start since there's no time to waste. As you reach that dark place, you may spot that guy in white over there, who's named Davidov. Amazing writing here. You have to follow him without detection. In other words, if he sees you, you'll fail in the mission. Now, as you start, go behind him. He'll walk, run, then stop several times, and all you have to do is follow him. You have to be close to him, and he shouldn't notice you. After a few moments, you'll reach a darker place where he will stop facing left after heading up from a tree. Watch out here, because he's gonna turn around, and since you're behind him, you'll be seen. So you should instead go up to collect the health kit over there, then come back very quickly after he turns around and keep up with him. Why does this guide keep insisting on us collecting health packs when the game literally prevents you from collecting health when you are at full health, and there's nothing that can actually hurt you in this level? That's so strange. After that, he'll head right, then stop facing down. You should not be waiting for his next move. What? You should not be waiting for his next move behind him. Instead, hide yourself somewhere nearby, and when he turns around walking up, you should continue with him until you reach the last pond. Do not keep following him at this point. Instead, hide yourself to the right of the last pond. That's because Davidov has eventually suspected someone's following him, so he's making sure that nobody's around. If you're close to him, you'll be seen. Anyways, once you're on the right side of that last pond, you may notice that Davidov is now running diagonally, then he faces the pond. Once he continues, it's time that you continue too. I mean, the way this is written doesn't make it much easier to follow, but Christ. I guess what it comes down to, maybe I was mistaken in that it seemed random. I thought his opening kind of moves seemed different from the first time, but I guess it probably isn't random then, because the guide seems to be very specific about where he will like turn around to see you. But all right, so okay, we're restarting now. Let's find out if the code is still active, the cheat. The thing wasn't we weren't done, by the way. There's more after that. Okay, so okay, let's see if we can disable the code. What was it? Binoculars, grenade. Yeah. Nope. Okay. We probably have to like restart to... I'm just curious if it's gonna like carry over to the next level. You know, at this point, fuck it. Let's just see the rest of this mission. But let's try our best to... Can I collect this before I have the gun? No, I cannot. I still don't know what taking him out is going to entail. Like, we're going to have to continue... Like, the game's going to tell us when the objective has been completed in terms of, like, tracking him. I don't know if he's supposed to lead us somewhere. I don't exactly see why we couldn't just kill him. Like, why we have to follow him around first. But, I don't know. Maybe it's going to be explained. Longing for the days of the PS1 game where we have a boss fight against Davidov in the fucking parking garage of the mansion. Man, I cannot believe that the mansion stealth level was like pretty nerve-wracking and bad in the PS1 game. Significantly worse in the N64 game. And then fucking this in the Game Boy Color game. Just absurd. But again, if we had checkpoints, honestly, it would have been fine. It's like redoing all this horse shit that's like the actual problem. I mean, the actual problem, as if it being terrible wasn't a problem, but you know,
it's what pushes it over the edge of like being a bad level to being like absurd. Like tracking the Red Beret in Metal Gear 2, except significantly worse in every way. What's up, Neurovisor? We're currently using cheats to see the rest of this insane level. So let's like try to see if we can do this level. I'm just noticing, by the way, that we have like the same sprite sort of, but his outfit looks more like a suit than mine does. Like I don't have a... Oh, where it turns around? No. Like I look like I'm wearing a blue jumpsuit. Dude, I fucking lost... No, I didn't lost him. I didn't lost him? Like how the fuck are you to know? Like you have to be so close to him. I think this is where he turns around, because I remember this corner. You have to be so close that, like, you need to be able to follow him if he starts running. But you also have to be, like, out of the way in case he decides to turn around. But again, like, you could probably learn to do this in a few attempts. Yeah, that's where I lost him last time. Oh, there's the pond. But, like, having to redo the first part of the level before this every time, the shit that's insane. Like, the area is so hard to navigate with all this shit. So again, I'm using a cheat that makes me invisible. Otherwise, like, as soon as he faces your direction, it's an instant mission fail. Why is he running? Like, holy shit. Yeah, and he's facing left there. Okay, this is a cutscene, by the way. Oh shit, we just choked him out. God, that sequence, holy. He's paranoid. I mean, yeah, but like from a gameplay design perspective, that section is about 4 times longer than it needs to be. And it's like deliberately an asshole to you. That little cutscene was kind of cool. 4 minutes. See, if this level was 4, 5, well, yeah, 4, it's 5 minutes. Like, that's us cheating through the entire level. And that's still, like, like, it's still long enough to feel tedious. And that's us, like, it's long enough to feel tedious, and we're not at any risk of actually failing either. Wait, I wanted to check the objectives. I'm just... Yeah, I feel 0 guilt. Get to airfield undetected and get into plane. So I am curious to see how much of the level is left after this point. Like, how much of it did we... What is that? Probably gonna kill us. Like, how much of the level... Was that a pickup? I guess it was. Pistol ammo, probably, I guess. Yeah, so you have to do this undetected also. Either, yeah, like, right now I'm thinking there's probably other... It looked like it. Oh, that's night vision goggles. I see. It helps a little bit, I guess. This is a whole last section. And no check... Oh, yeah, he would have caught me for sure. No checkpoints. Yeah, at this point, I'm glad we didn't try to do this properly. Because this would have been another 3 hours to get to this part. Let alone figuring it out.
how on earth did this level end up being this insane? I'm genuinely nervous now about what the rest of the game might be like. We will have cheats, we will have passwords, but like after all the effort I put into this, I feel pretty bummed about like just literally cheating my way through the entire rest of the game. So I really, really hope it doesn't come to that. But like, I'm just thinking the next section is going to be where we meet Christmas Jones and Renard in the facility, whatever. And in the movie and in the other games, like, right, there's this element of him, like, he's assuming the identity of Arkhov. Okay, I guess I'm not supposed to backtrack here. So there's, like, you know, a little bit of subterfuge and not necessarily stealth, but this game could certainly decide to say that, like, hey, yeah, you have to avoid detection so that your cover isn't blown, and have that be a thing where, like, the way they do that is just like, yeah, you gotta stealth. And if that's the case, then we're just repeating our steps here, but considering this is still the same map as the entire trailing sequence, there should be a limit to how much further down we could go before we just end up in that area. Like we're... Is it just me? Am I having a complete aneurysm here, or have we just explored everything? Is there another fucking fantasy bush? Do I need to read the guide again? This, no. I think this is the top. Yeah, it doesn't scroll. So this is the top of the map. Can I walk here? That seems like it's going to lead back to... Yep. Yeah. How is it possible for this level to still continue to find new ways to infuriate me? Like, we've already conceded, like, we've yielded, right? Like, it's I'm using cheats. I just want to walk through it. I could just use the password to the next level, but I wanted to see the rest of this level. I stupidly insisted. And what are our rewards? Find a hollow tree and crawl through it. Death pits that teleport us to a little hut again. There are some tiles that look conspicuously cave-like. Like a little tunnel, like this. Shoot it. Okay, I tried walking through there like 3 times before it let me. Now we're in a cutscene. That's the airfield, I guess. We completed a little level. Jesus. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. I mean, it sucks because it just soured me on the whole experience, basically. Even if we do complete the rest of the game, it's like, man, this level, we definitely didn't finish it. And I mean, realistically, learning to get through the Davidoff sequence would have taken probably, like, if we're being very conservative, another 2 or 3 attempts. And for every attempt, we would have to spend, I would say, approximately 10 minutes, maybe, getting to try again. So just completing the Davidoff sequence would likely have been another, let's say, 30 minutes feels like very, very optimistic. But let's say another 30 minutes to an hour. And after that, we would have to do this final section. And I was fumbling around like this. I mean, we would have had maybe... We wouldn't really have much gun ammo. And the taste... I don't know. Again, let's be optimistic and say another 30 minutes to an hour for that part. That's like at least 1 to 2 hours of additional, you know, research, testing, and fucking around. So at the timer, you know, the timer we have here for the game, I would say roughly out of the 4.5 hours we've spent on this game, about 4 hours have been spent on this level. Because I've streamed, we played about 1.5 hour on this level yesterday, and we played an additional 2 hours or so. So okay, let's say 3.5 hours. Let's say we did 1 hour of gameplay for the first 3 stages. That seems more correct. And then about 3.5 hours. So probably 5 to 6 hours maybe total to complete this level. I guess that's supposed to be an airplane. I see something that looks like a propeller. Like, I'm glad we only spent 3.5 hours on it and not an additional 3.5 hours. My soul is already kind of seeping out of my body as it is. I just hope that my initial hypothesis that this would be the worst level in the game stays true. Now I'm curious if the cheat will remain active in the next mission. I don't think it would, but in case it does, we'll just restart and use the password. Reticle suitcase, camera suitcase. Keep a low profile. The mission briefings are so, like, imagine not having seen the movie. There's like zero explanation for what's going on. The actual like narrative aspect of this game is shockingly terrible. It's kind of as if there were supposed to be an actual FMV that like shows us 5 minutes of the movie to explain what's going on, but we get one picture and no text. And I'm just keep a low profile. That's the entire. This is the entirety of this mission briefing. Keep a low profile. All right. Find Christmas without arousing suspicion. Okay. Go to Silo with Christmas. Attempt to foil Renard's plan. Escape bomb. Magnetic bombs can be attached to any metallic surface and then triggered by remote control. Rather ingenious, if I have to say so myself. You don't have to, but I'll allow it. Well, I have magnetic bombs in this mission. I feel so, like, just... oh. Sad and dejected and tired. But I also feel... you know, on some level, I felt, for a brief moment, or rather, I theorized, sort of, that, well, if we use cheats, we might... we could use cheats to study. I mean, that was the initial intention, right? Let's use cheats to get to this part so we can see what it's like. And if I had found that that part wasn't insanely stupid, then I might have felt, all right, okay, I can do this. Let's start over and let's actually do it. But when I saw how stupid it is, I think I kind of gave up on that idea. So, I throw in the towel basically, and that's fine. At this point, I just feel glad to not have to play that level ever again, but also a little miffed that, like, it would have been so much more fun to be able to properly play this game and having completed it, but I feel like the game forced my hand. Like, we're basically having the experience that I was fearing that we might have with a lot of the older computer games, where it's just going to be impossible. We have to sort of skip and cheat stuff. But I mean, the positive part of it is that we get to see the entire game. We don't have to like abort and just quit and try to watch a YouTube video or something. Yeah, the opponent for sure. Like I was saying before, that like, all right, there are level passwords. Great, we can skip levels if we need to. I'm glad we got to see that last part of the stage. Like, I'm glad I didn't have to wonder just how bullshit the game was gonna be at that point. I can also say that having seen the rest of the level, it makes me feel better about cheating to skip it. I'm not gonna say I feel less guilty, because I don't feel guilty about it to begin with, but like less anxious about it. Like, if you skip stuff, you just like, you don't know, like, you never would have known exactly how close you were to getting to the end of it, and not knowing if you were just at the cusp of completing it versus we just like got through a third of it or whatever, makes it like that uncertainty, not knowing, would really gnaw at me. So having seen that entire level, it's like, all right, okay, cool, we get it. Like, that feels, that's a good like consolation. I just wish it didn't have to come to that. Well, now the blue jumpsuit makes more sense, I guess. Little cutscene. No inventory. Okay, so I don't know what arousing suspicion means exactly. New music. How delightful. So I reckon the cheat is still active, because I don't think we'd be allowed to just walk around punching people with no recourse. So I'm going to quit. Another good Brosnan face. The game doesn't keep the passwords either, by the way. What was it? Reticle, suitcase, camera, suitcase? I think that was the password. Keep a low profile. Alright. Oh, unskippable cutscene. Fucking Game Boy games with unskippable cutscenes, man. Let's just see what's up here. Alright. Maybe we're allowed to punch guards? Doesn't seem likely. Doesn't seem right, does it? Can I reset? I just want to make sure that, like, if we're playing with cheats, I want to know that I'm cheating, and I don't want it to be ambiguous and unclear to myself or to you. Let's sit through another unskippable intro here. And try to enter the password again and see. After that last stage, I refuse to believe that the game is just going to let us. I know in this level, you can just walk around and punch people and no one cares. Especially with the literal only information we're being given is like, keep a low profile. Oh, I shouldn't have skipped that. That's like the one genuinely cool part about this game. Oh, fuck it. Reticle, briefcase. A camera? I wish this game wasn't such a piece of shit. Early on, I thought it was just kind of bad, but still, like, kind of neat. I don't even really know what to think of it at this point. Alright, it's a stealth level. Figured as much, but okay. Will it be as bad? I don't know. I'm willing to give it a bit of an attempt at least. Take a look at the objectives, because I reckon once we've found Christmas and go to the silo and attempt to foil Renard's plan, like, surely not all of that is going to be fully stealth. I don't know. That guy's gonna stand there, I guess. Which we can activate. Like, I'm supposed to be here, like, undercover. I'm not supposed to be, like... Well, I was gonna say trespassing. I guess technically we kind of are, but... Guards should not be fucking arresting Bond on sight. Doesn't really make sense with... established in the plot. Wait. Oh, okay. So that guy...
Wait, this is nothing. What? Yeah, Davidoff was meant to impersonate Arkhov. So we're doing that instead. What did this switch even do? Yeah, I can't walk through here. Oh, maybe I could walk. Well, whatever. Bond sprite not changing is whatever. Like I said, it's actually... The way it looks here is actually more accurate to... The way the sprite looks is more accurate to what Bond looks like at this scene in the film than the others, so I don't mind. But it would have been kind of cool, like in the other stage, if you just change... You hide... Oh, Taser seems good. He doesn't look down, I guess, so... A little stupid, but how this game operates. Like, so far, like, oh, this stage is, like, sort of fun. Until I will fail, inevitably, and have to redo it. And I'm gonna be fucking pissed all over again. I have no idea what any of these switches do. Do they, like, open up something in those little conveyor belt things? Like, maybe I couldn't walk through there before I pressed that switch? There was also a door on the other side. The left side. Oh, there's like an actual little gate thing here. Well, it goes almost all the way up to my knees, so I can see why Bond could not possibly get past that. Just remember the fucking warehouse shit in the docks or whatever. We had to pull switches to lift crates to make room, or like to make way. That was a whole thing. So I guess we're kind of repeating that mechanic by these switches that's going to open up something somewhere else in the level. Probably I have to... I see. You're going to have to double back and then open up the gate in the beginning on the left-hand side. It's just... Everything is designed to be as obnoxious as possible. Yeah, I can see the gates like open here. Music. Gate here is presumably going to be open now. So I can wait for him to go right, and then I can tase him. But this is still so much, like, easier. Than the mansion part. There's no waiting for extremely precise laser beams and shit. Wait. Did I press that switch? I don't think so. It's probably later. Closed. The doorway that's going to lead to is probably like the end of this section. At least I've had like good practice learning to recognize enemies, like just the way they work. I bet you this is not going to be open. Wow, okay, I'm shocked. I thought for sure I would have to, like, backtrack around the entire map. Okay, well, there's one here that's not going to be open. Oh, but this is the top of the map. Oh, I fucking knew it! I fucking knew it! I got caught on the fucking doorway, so I couldn't walk up to him. And when I started tasing, I fucking knew I'm gonna be stuck in this animation long enough that I will not have time to leave the room before he catches me. And indeed, that's exactly what happened. But still, I mean, the amount of progress I made there on one attempt is like gigantic compared to Try something. Yeah, okay. Compared to the previous level. I just wanted to try that because I wanted to confirm my suspicions about the mechanics of punching. I'm glad to know that I hadn't misunderstood it or anything. So it seems to me that had us explore pretty much the entirety. This is closed now, right? Yeah. Now the question is just like, where did we completely... Like, where did we get past guards here just based on dumb luck? Music. Didn't equip it. He's gonna see me. That was close. It's like way too tense. That's okay. Yeah. So now I go up to the right. I think? Or is this still closed now? That's still closed. Is that open? This is where I go back to the beginning, I guess, and go to the left-hand side. Like, why is this so much easier than the previous? I mean, let's not question it. I'm very thankful that it's a little more lenient. A little puzzling. I mean, the bigger question is, why is that previous level so ridiculous? There's a dude here somewhere, wasn't there? Like, hitting him with the stunner thing is, like, kind of satisfying. Even if it's... Like, it's the fastest weapon, basically, that we've used so far. It just also... a little awkward because it's got, like, a million years of recovery. Alright, so this is probably the exit to this area. So probably there's a switch inside this little shack that we then have to go back all... Unless we get out of this... Okay, maybe that's it. Is this the extent of his pattern? I walk up to his left. There. Oh, okay, the area continues. Gigantic telephone. Oh, there's a door here. Camera up there? No, it's just a thing on the wall. That's where we were before. Okay, so that probably just like won't open. Like, enemies don't respawn or anything, at least. There's more dudes up. Dude, like, the 3D perspective of this is just utterly confusing. Ah! I guess enemies respawn now. I guess enemies respawn. That's a new feature. I guess there could be another dude on patrol who just ended up there. I'm gonna rage continue. Keep going for a bit. I feel like I want to maintain my momentum. I just desperately want to reach a point where we don't have to stealth. God, it makes the game so much worse. It was already not good. But the stealth bits are just... really not good.
Yeah, I do have to walk past her eventually, I think. Rip it first. I was contemplating for a second whether it's maybe not worth sticking around to take this guy out, but I think we probably should. Yeah, we have to go back through there. Okay. I mean, you can sneak past him, it wasn't that difficult, but you get so sloppy when you get a little impatient. Probably better to take 5 seconds to eliminate risk. So, man, once we get into that room, I wonder if we should keep going to the top left. See if we can take out more guys up there. Barely reached him. All right. Need to walk right immediately. Take out the guy right next to us. Once we get inside. Forgot about that guy. Have this guy. That's definitely the window to grab him. I'm perplexed about this guy who was here when we returned, though. Getting too high up. Like, we're kind of on a different floor here. There were staircases in the mansion, but I didn't really spend enough time to be fully sort of clued in on how they work or like where to expect to be seen or not. I'm a little spooked. Are these like cells or something? Or that there might be guys out here if we go in here and come back. Guess we just advance. What are our objectives? Find Christmas. Go to Silo with Christmas. Attempt to foil Renard's plan. Things do tend to play out very sort of linearly and sequentially. But I wonder if there's something else we're supposed to do. Never looks to the right. Lasers everywhere. I wonder if I missed something. Man, I feel so just deflated. Coming out of that level, having not even like completed it in any kind of satisfying way, and then being like thrust into this. Okay, so the middle door leads up to there where that guy was, where I guess there was another gate. Yeah, the dudes are just back in this room. Fucking hell. Okay, so what's on the left side? Oh, or maybe they are different guys. But there was... who did I just take out then? Surely they're not going to be cruel enough to have you enter a room and a guy's like literally looking in your direction when you spawn. I feel like that would be a bit much even for this game. I mean, technically, Metal Gear 1 Like, does do that. But at least that's, like, you have control over where you enter a room. Okay, I can get him when he's standing there. Okay, but yeah. Now that I go back, because I have to, I don't think I can. I'm a little worried about going into that room again. Oh, it's just nothing here. Where enemies might be. Seems like you should be able to go through here. Assuming the parts aren't meant to go through this wall. Fantasy wall. I don't have a gun to shoot it though. I guess that's the door? Fuck. Ooh, ah. I meant to press left, but... Fucking terrifying. So do enemies respawn in here now also? I could swear there was a dude over here by the... Yep. That was pretty close. Okay, so I don't... Okay, let's see if we can actually see what that opened. Okay, it looks like we're gonna be able to see that here. Okay, it opened that one on the right. Maybe we go up there to the right. Open up a gate for the left-hand side or something. Still, the amount of progress and how smoothly we can make it in this stage is pretty staggering compared to the previous one. Oh. No, yeah, this dude is still gone. Okay, that's nice. There's only that room, maybe, that has respawning enemies? We can hope. Fracking, okay. Dude over there. I don't have much choice but to... Whoa! Different pattern. Nice, okay. I thought he was gonna stand and face right. That worked out to our favor. Blocking, of course. Ah, now that we get out through this door, where are the enemies gonna be? We managed it once though, because we were here before and we came out and we didn't game over. So okay, so it seems like enemies kind of spawn. The enemies respawn, but they do so in a way that's like favorable to the room you came out of, which is kind of strange. But at least they don't spawn enemies, or they don't spawn you, rather, inside an enemy's line of sight. Extremely short route. And that should be doable. Game is just not relaxing whatsoever. Part we saw through the... This should be kind of an exit. Hopefully this is like actual progress. I don't know, you know, even when we find Christmas Jones... Oh my fucking god! How did he see me? His feet were fucking barely on screen. I was just about to say, there's nothing to say that once we get to her, like, stealth isn't a thing anymore. Oh. Man, I cannot remember the last time I played something on stream that had me this heated. I hope you guys aren't too put off by my constant groaning and screaming. That's not usually the vibe I like to have on my streams, but this this is quite a special game. Thanks, Mendel. This game is pretty infuriating, yes. That's kind of the word I keep coming back to. So we failed to achieve 1 even out of 4 objectives here. I just can't believe... Like, yes, I was sort of walking up, but the margin for error for being seen in a situation like that is so minuscule. Like, I didn't see him to react to, like, stop walking. It's one of those places. I mean, it's the same thing with the cameras that we're talking about in the mansion level, where if you recall, like, the way I was like inching forward very carefully downwards down the hallways to avoid getting seen by the cameras in the mansion. It's because it's kind of like that. If you just keep walking, keep scrolling the screen, by the time the camera is like on screen enough for you to actually see it, you are within its range. But normally when you have guys who are like at the top of the screen, like the way the sprites kind of work, it's like if you're coming from above, you won't see the top like pixels necessarily. Well, maybe, I don't know. The cameras seem to work that way. Actually, you can kind of see the guy being like drawn behind the UI there. You see a pixel at the bottom of the screen underneath the UI. You see like it's shadow, I guess, or something. I don't know. But the cameras, at least, they would just pop on screen. Like once you scroll down far enough, the entire camera just comes on screen. So, I don't know. I thought maybe the enemies were kind of like that, where if they're at the top of the screen, it's like a little easier to see their feet than it is to see their head at the bottom of the screen. But I mean, I guess maybe I'm wrong about that. Either way, like, yeah, their range of vision is like pretty pathetic. But then stuff like that happens. I mean, I guess if we were thinking about it, I'm pretty high up on the screen when I'm scrolling. Like the way the camera follows Bond, like his feet is at the middle of the screen. The feet should be kind of where I'm at, but I reckon in terms of range for like detection, I don't know if that's like if the enemies actually spot you from their head. So I don't know. Maybe if I'm walking upwards, I'm just like closer than if I'm walking downwards or to the side. Could be. There aren't many places so far in these levels where that has been much of a thing. Like enemies above looking down. But I hadn't really thought much about it. So I guess this, like, I haven't worried too much about these guys. So I kind of want to go down here and look, because last time I went down here and then I went back inside and there were guards. So there was just this here. Okay, so this could just be nothing. Or we're supposed to go there later. Who knows? Oh, whatever. We're gonna need to go here later, but I think you might deal with the guy first, but why bother? I think it's center first, then left, then right. Dude, just trying to remember where it was that we got caught. To recall specifically to be careful over there. Fuck. Ah, I knew it. You saw it. I was mid-animation. I was thinking, well, you hit him pretty early in the animation. So I might have time if I miss to walk back up and do a second, but literally, like, even if I would have hit him there, like, it was, yeah. I mean, I didn't, because he caught me. Like, the patterns too, like the openings, just the timing you have to have, like the window of opportunity is like really small. Like, weirdly small. For like how dire the consequences are, you know? It's really not fucking around. We'll try one more time, I guess. My life energy is continuing to drain. I was just like really fucking hoping that by the time we finish that stealth thing, we'd be kind of out of that and be like, oh yeah, now we can just... Like in the other games, this level had sort of a kind of fun, adventure-y feel to it. Imagine if this was more like the original Game Boy Bond, where you have like quests and you find items and you walk around and you talk to people and you interact with people and there's like puzzles. But no, this is like, well, if the level is not shooting people, then it's a level where you can still kill them if you have the right weapon. But mostly, you're just gonna instantly game over if anyone sees you. Just... I lack words. I guess I can... No. Easier to do it this way. The way you spawn, like, farther away from the door so you're not lined up with the dude. Pretty weird. What was the section again? Okay. You don't go that way, I guess. Left. Wait. They will go in the right door. Right. Yeah, that's where I got fucking game over. Did I go to the left door? I'm supposed to go in the center door first. That fucking freaked me out. Yeah, that's the guy that killed me. Because he goes all the way to the right of the switch. Technically, I could probably try to do him from above. Oh, look at that range. It's like negative range. Yeah, I'm not gonna try that. Actually, how far does he go? Okay, he touches like the... He's like grazing little texture. So now I can go right. We can confirm this over here, right? Correct, yes, okay. So we have to take care of the guy. There's gonna be someone spawning pretty much right next to us here. Which way? Right, okay. And we have to take... This guy was a little bit awkward to get past, I think. What's up, Father Axe Keeper? Okay, he doesn't look left here, but... Fuck! Whoa, okay. Wait, I got stuck. Can't believe we actually had half a second to escape there. But the fact that you have to align yourself and like commit 2 seconds of taser animation. It's so stupid. Guy up here. Yeah, and he's gonna walk up all the way over to the right, so we can just wait for him. Should be fine. To even see his animation, like he stopped and then he started walking again, like just a little stutter in his step. Is that her? Gotta be, right? The other dudes didn't have brown hair. Okay, we've spotted Christmas Jones. Dude, the other thing is, like, once we get to her, there's probably going to be a little cutscene sort of a thing. How can we possibly tell whether or not we're still in, like, stealth mode? I mean, I'm gonna assume we still are. Okay, I have to assume gamer stance. There's obviously a dude going up and down here, just down, and catch us. What's their pattern? Oh, I just saw foot. So they don't go down lower than that. Okay, he's facing downwards. Okay. I want to say we actually took that guy out once, didn't we? I think we did. Is there another guy after this? Yeah. There was. Okay. So another vertical. Oh, this is where we saw her, though. Above us. Must be very close. So probably up here is where we got caught then. So we should be very careful here to see. That's the thing, like, how far can we scroll the screen up? Impossible to know. At least we can use these. Whoa! Little wall sections to determine, to have like a clear-cut indication of how far we've scrolled the screen. So I saw pixels moving. Yeah, see there? We have to follow that. Dude, moving, fucking running full speed like Davidov. The fucking I catch. That. Ah, this is. Good. Ah, there's no way. There's no way this hallway has that same weird spacing. I mean, it looks to be the same width, right? Like the mansion hallways, where if we hug the left wall, we could essentially be invisible? Seems preposterous, but what is this game if not preposterous? But we can still try to, like, minimize risk. That's a long-ass delay. Oh yeah, okay. They do have a longer path. Stupid. Okay, so let's wait for him next time. Thought the timing didn't seem uniform. Holy shit, okay. Is he over here? Or he? Is she? There she is. Dude, look at the swagger. That's pretty good. I can't arouse suspicion. Does that mean I'm gonna fucking die if I walk up to her? Okay, I mean, there's not much, I guess. Yeah, okay. Okay, we've just cleared 2 objectives. Oh, now we're running. Wait! Cutscene again. I've seen the movie and I still can barely make sense of this. 9 minutes. Okay, so we did that. We found her without arousing suspicion. We went to Silo with her. Attempt to foil Renard's plan. So at this point, surely, stealth should not have to be a factor. Surely. I say with no confidence whatsoever. Still don't have a gun or anything. Phaser's better anyway. But I can't walk up and down. It's like fully side-scrolling. There's gonna be some bomb shit here. Looks cool though. Okay, yeah, it's not stealth. I can jump! The platformer. Okay. Cutscene trigger. What? What just happened? Mission failed. But it's not the stealth failed I was discovered game over screen. I jumped off a platform, the screen flashed white, I teleported to a wall and I banged on the door. Here's my best guess. At the beginning of the side-scroller section, we walked through a doorway. And the door closed behind us. Did that trigger some kind of timed sequence where there's going to be multiple, like, blast doors that close and you have to get to the next one before it closes? And because we had no idea that that was a thing, I didn't feel like we were going super slow, but we weren't going fast either. And so the door in front of us shut. And instead of having us like walk all the way over there to discover it, the game just fast forwarded to us reaching that door and noticing that it was closed, so we just banged on it for a bit and then mission failed? Is that what happened? Timer's frozen also, because live split. Holy shit, I was not prepared for what this game would be going our way. It's so funny how, like, I probably wasn't that many people, probably just a few people having opinions, but I felt like the consensus going into 007 Racing was it like, oh boy, you're in for something now. And it's like, yeah, okay, we had that one forklift level. But other than that, it was like pretty sick. Like, yeah, the levels were a little confusing. Some of them took a couple of tries to understand what we were meant to do. But they didn't have fucking instant fail air triggers. That game was fun. I enjoyed that game. And then we go directly from that to this pile of trash. I can't even feel satisfied in that we've made progress because... Okay, we've progressed a bit through this stage, and we probably, at this point, have cleared more than half of it. But the progress we made in the previous stage... I mean, without consulting the guide, we didn't finish the garden section because we didn't discover that we should shoot the fantasy bush. But anyway, we kind of made some progress there, but sort of not really. So we spent an additional, like, 3 hours playing this game with technically progress, but not in a particularly satisfying way. But I still feel a lot better about this stage than the last one. It's just like, fucking hell, doing like 9 minutes of stealth where one mistake just forces you to do it all over. And then after that, have a section where you have to, like, just... You just get thrown into a situation where you're asked to figure out what the hell is going on. You don't even realize that you're in a precarious situation. I was, like, relaxed. I let my guard down. It's like, oh, we're not in stealth. Oh, fine. But then it's like, nope. You fucked up somehow. We won't tell you why or how. It's up to you to figure out based on no information whatsoever. But enjoy redoing 9 minutes of stealth again. You know what, game? I don't think I will. I will not enjoy it And I will not even do it. I refuse. At least tonight. This game has left me at my wits and patience's end. So we're gonna give up on James Bond 007. The World Is Not Enough for the Game Boy Color for today. We will, of course, get back in the saddle, I guess, on Saturday. And with a new, refreshed, reinvigorated, powered up attitude. I feel confident that we can get through this level. Even redoing this stealth section is like nowhere near as tedious. It doesn't have the fucking laser beams, or like at least you get to play actively. It's nowhere near as bad as the previous level, but it's still pretty fucking bad. I just pray that we won't have a bunch of stealth shit after this. Then again, like as we're seeing now, the baffling nonsense that insta fails you isn't limited to stealth, unfortunately. But let's hope there's less of that also. Thank you anyway very much to everybody for continuing to keep me company and making sure I'm not suffering alone. We're sharing this experience and bonding through it. And that's what Games Bond is all about. We'll wrap it up here a little earlier than usual tonight. I just fucking don't have it in me to keep going. But I will take it easy, and I hope you guys do too. And we'll be back on Saturday. And at the very least, hopefully clear this stage. Yeah, we'll make it through this level next time. I feel pretty good about that. And I think, I want to believe, I have to believe that we can get over this hump and have smoother progression in the second half of the game. This is level 5 out of 8. So, you know, there is still a chance that the next stream could be the final one of this game. That's the hope I'm holding on to. And after that, we're gonna take probably not an extended break, really, but this will be the last James Bond game of the year. And I mean, by the time we're done with this, there's like, what, 10 days left of the year anyway? And I'm doing something for Christmas. I wanted to get back to King of Producer. I'm not sure about New Year's Eve. Like, it's just, and not to mention, there's a few other things not related to Christmas specifically, but that I wanted to get through on stream on my Christmas break. So like, there's a pretty fully packed schedule coming up. But by the time we get to whatever's after this, it won't really have felt like that much of a break. But holy shit, is Agent Under Fire after this? I think it might be. God damn, that's gonna feel like that's a game that people like, but I don't think you could possibly prime yourself to have a good time with that game any better than playing this piece of shit first. But anyway, let's not concern ourselves too much with the next Bond game until we have this out of the way. And yeah, we're not quite there yet. Murphigator is continuing his series of educational beat-em-up streams, and I could not think of a better source of education on the topic. And you guys know I'm all about beat-em-ups and I'm all about education. So let's go learn about Super Nintendo beat-em-ups over at Murph's channel. Go say hi to him and enjoy some beat-em-ups. And if you got him, go send him some haggers and pile drivers or other appropriate emotes. A suplex or two, maybe. Take care, everybody. I need to recover from this, but I'll be back on Saturday. Thanks for watching. Bye.